General Hospital Prediction. Sonny hits rock bottom. Welcome to my channel General Hospital, where you can get news about. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow, and I am your buddy. Now let's get started. General Hospital predictions suspect Sonny Corinthos will fall apart and lose everything, and it's all coming fast on the ABC daytime drama. Sonny Corinthos spiraling on General Hospital. A while back on GH, Sonny Corinthos slowly began to go downhill. It started when his now ex-wife, Nana Reeves, was exposed for turning Carly Corinthos Spencer and Drew Kane into the SEC for insider trading. Then things got worse when his best friend and right-hand man, Jason Morgan, returned from the dead. Indeed, it should have been a joyous occasion. But then, Sonny found out Jason's working for the FBI. So of course, he considers him a traitor. No doubt, everything was going wrong for Sonny on General Hospital. However, he never would have started acting so volatile and pushing everyone out of his life if Valentin Cassadine hadn't messed with his bipolar medication. Indeed, it's Valentin's fault that Sonny's paranoid, erratic, and making terrible choices. And now, things are only going to intensify because Ava Jerome is also working to destroy him. Ava Jerome steps in on GH. Now, Ava Jerome, Maura West, is making things much worse for Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. Their newfound friendship was abruptly cut short when it came out that she was behind Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, disbarment a few years ago. That's when she lost her cushy spot in Sonny's life. But not only did he throw her out of the penthouse, he is adamant that she stay away from their daughter, Avery Corinthos, Scarola twins. Of course, Ava won't stand for that. So she's playing dirty on General Hospital. Recently, she threatened the pharmacist who is working for Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, and tampering with Sonny's meds. She ordered him to replace the medication with placebos. No doubt, the next step in her plan is to antagonize Sonny until he snaps in public. Then, she will have witnesses who can testify in court that Sonny is unstable and not suitable to parent his child. If so, he will likely be denied sole custody and possibly even visitation rights. No doubt, it looks like rock bottom is coming quickly for the Port Charles mob boss. General Hospital prediction. Utter chaos ahead for Sonny soon. Sonny's about to hit an all-time low on GH. Ava is getting him completely off his meds and pushing him so far that he does something awful. Perhaps she will goad him into attacking her. That way, she can not only keep Avery with her but get a restraining order against Sonny for both of them. Then he won't be allowed to go anywhere near them, which is exactly what Ava wants. However, she may take it a step further and make sure Sonny goes away, whether it's in prison or a psychiatric institution. Ava's playing hardball on General Hospital, and there's nothing she won't do to keep him away from her and Avery permanently. Indeed, it appears that it's coming to a head soon. In the end, Sonny may be left with nothing. However, going away may be the best thing for him, because then the doctors can get him on the right medication. If that happens, he might be able to do a complete turnaround and get his life back on track. But he must hit bottom before things can start looking up for him. GH is wildly intense these days. Keep watching to see if Sonny Corinthos gets put away on the ABC opera. Port Charles was never quiet, especially not for someone like Sonny Corinthos. As the head of the Corinthos crime family, Sonny had always managed to keep his empire under control, despite the numerous challenges that came his way. But today was different. Today, Sonny felt the weight of the world on his shoulders. It all started with the phone call. Sonny was sitting in his office, staring out the window at the bustling city below, when his phone rang. It was Carly. "Sonny, you need to come to the hospital." "It's Mike." Carly's voice trembled on the other end of the line. Sonny's heart sank. His father, Mike Corbin, had been battling Alzheimer's for years, and his condition had only worsened. Sonny rushed to the hospital, his mind racing with fear and worry. When he arrived, he found Carly and his son, Michael, waiting in the corridor. Carly's eyes were red from crying, and Michael's face was pale. "What's going on?" Sonny demanded, his voice barely above a whisper. Carly took his hand. "Mike's condition has deteriorated rapidly. The doctors are doing everything they can, but—" Sonny didn't need to hear the rest. He pushed past them and entered Mike's room. Seeing his father lying there, frail and unresponsive, broke something inside him. He sank into a chair beside the bed, taking Mike's hand in his own. "Dad," Sonny whispered, his voice cracking. Didn't respond. "I'm here." The machines around him beeped steadily, a constant reminder of how fragile life could be. Sonny stayed by his father's side for hours, holding his hand, hoping for a miracle that never came. When the doctors finally called time of death, Sonny felt like his world had shattered. He left the hospital in a daze, his heart heavy with grief. In the days that followed, Sonny threw himself into his work, trying to distract himself from the pain of losing his father. But no matter how busy he kept himself, the grief was always there, gnawing at him. His temper grew shorter, and his patience thinner. He started drinking more, using alcohol as a way to numb the pain. His closest allies and friends noticed the change, but no one knew how to help him. Carly tried to reach out, but Sonny pushed her away. "I don't need your pity, Carly," he snapped one evening when she found him drinking alone in his office. "It's not pity, Sonny, it's love," Carly replied, her eyes filled with concern. "You're hurting, and I want to help." Sonny shook his head. "You can't help me. No one can." With each passing day, Sonny's behavior became more erratic. He started making reckless decisions, putting his business and his family in danger. His enemies sensed his weakness and began to close in, eager to take advantage of his vulnerability. One night, Sonny received a call from one of his lieutenants. There had been an attack on one of their warehouses. Sonny rushed to the scene, his mind racing with anger and fear. When he arrived, he found the warehouse in flames, his men injured or dead. As he surveyed the destruction, he felt a cold hand on his shoulder. He turned to see Jason Morgan, his right-hand man and closest friend. "This is getting out of hand, Sonny," Jason said, his voice low. "You're not thinking clearly. We need to regroup and figure out our next move." Sonny clenched his fists, his anger boiling over. "Don't tell me what to do, Jason. This is my business, and I'll handle it." Jason's expression hardened. "It's not just your business, Sonny. It's our lives, our families. You're putting everyone at risk." Sonny's temper flared. "If you don't like the way I'm handling things, then maybe you should get out." Jason's eyes widened in shock. "Are you serious?" "Dead serious," Sonny replied, his voice cold. "I don't need anyone questioning my decisions." Jason shook his head, his disappointment clear. "I hope you know what you're doing, Sonny, because right now it looks like you're driving us all off a cliff." With that, Jason walked away, leaving Sonny alone amidst the wreckage. The weight of his actions pressed down on him, but he couldn't bring himself to admit that Jason was right. As weeks turned into months, Sonny's life continued to spiral out of control. His drinking worsened, and he became increasingly paranoid. He saw enemies everywhere, even among those he trusted most. One evening, Sonny sat in his dimly lit office, a bottle of whiskey in front of him. He took a long drink, the burn of the alcohol doing little to dull the pain. His thoughts were a chaotic jumble of grief, anger, and regret. The door creaked open, and Carly stepped inside. "Sonny, we need to talk." Sonny looked up, his eyes bloodshot. "What is it now, Carly?" Carly's expression was a mix of sadness and determination. "I can't watch you destroy yourself any longer. You need help, Sonny." "I don't need help," Sonny slurred, taking another swig from the bottle. "I need to be left alone." "No, you need to face the truth," Carly insisted. "You're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting all of us, your family, your friends. We all care about you, but we can't keep watching you like this." Sonny's anger flared. You don't understand, Carly. You don't know what it's like to lose everything. Carly's eyes filled with tears. I know what it's like to lose you, Sonny, and that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to lose you to this. Sonny stared at her, his resolve wavering. Deep down, he knew she was right. He was on a path of self-destruction, and if he didn't change course, he would lose everything that mattered to him. But admitting that was harder than anything he had ever faced. The breaking point came one fateful night. Sonny received a call from Michael, who was frantic. Dad, something's happened. Jocelyn's been kidnapped. Sonny's heart stopped. Jocelyn, his stepdaughter, was everything to him. He couldn't let anything happen to her. He sprang into action, gathering his men and setting out to find her. The search led them to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. As they approached, they were met with gunfire. Sonny fought his way through the chaos, driven by a single-minded determination to save Jocelyn. When he finally reached her, she was tied to a chair, her face bruised and her eyes wide with fear.